Here in this room, the sacred space is created to allow the opening of the heart. Everyone is welcome, no matter where you are on your spiritual journey. Today we celebrate our oneness in thought, in word, and in action. I want to welcome you all this morning to today's revolution in consciousness. The revolution in consciousness I'm seeing, especially in my experience this past week, is an everyday affair. Not for a special occasion, unless every day is a special occasion. The theme from 365 Days for Richer Living for today is all and only good. And what a revolution it is for us to embrace that, to believe it, to feel it, to experience it as the truth in our lives each and every day. There is all and only good. In the reading in 365 Days for Richer Living, it brings up the metaphor of death and resurrection. Gladly I die to everything that is unlike good. Joyfully I am resurrected into that which is beautiful, enduring, and true. Many times I find myself, and I was really in touch with it this week as things were happening in life, I find myself seeing that I want to up-level how I feel, up-level my consciousness, and I get very serious. In fact, I reflected back in last week when I did this very thing of doing the practitioner moment, I felt I was very serious. And that I think because of the passion that's involved and because it's so important to me, it's easy to find myself in that place. But I was reminded in this reading that good and only good, and having a revolution of consciousness in my life today, while I want to be passionate about it, and I want to fully embrace it as the truth, it reminded me that it's something to be joyful about. It's something to celebrate. It's something to feel really good. And so things just started pouring into my experience this week. I got a new iPhone. A gift. Yes. The center, I do the bookkeeping, and the bookkeeping computer and printer are both new this week. I had an experience with my class in Los Angeles yesterday that was absolutely awesome. And the weather report the day before about how horrendous the weather was going to be was wrong. Because it's good and only good. Yes. I love that. Friday in Science of Mind magazine, it talked about changing my perception. And isn't what that's all about? Shifting the perception. Years ago I heard about half full, half empty glass kind of thing. It's so much more than that. It's feeling good. Yesterday, the Science of Mind magazine talked about that sacred still voice, that sacred source of all that's good. And where's that source? It's within me. It's within you. It's within each of us. And it's all of us. And it's all one. It's so exciting. Today in the magazine, I am one with the all good of God. This is the truth. This is the truth. And then this morning, I turn on my computer And what's the Abraham quote for the day? Whenever you are feeling less than good, if you will stop and say, nothing is more important than that I feel good. I want to find a reason now to feel good. You will find an improved thought. Anytime you feel negative emotion, you are in the mode of resisting something that you want. And that resistance takes its toll on you. It takes its toll on your physical body. It takes its toll on the amount of wonderful things that you allow to come into your experience. Allow the good. You know, there's that saying in our teaching about guarding your thoughts, and that's something too that I have found myself often being very serious about. You know, guarding my thoughts. But I get to guard my thoughts joyfully. And that's what I really want to bring out in the message this morning. Joyfully. So as we go into affirmative prayer, and in the realization step of our affirmative prayer, there will be some time of silence. And I want to invite you in that time to reflect and open yourself to the clarity of the divine that's within you, that is you, and allow the expansion of a joyful greater good to be within you. Consider what may be blocking your good, what may be the resistance, and what resurrection might you joyfully allow to be the truth in your life right now. So let's go within. Just relax. Close your eyes if you're comfortable, or lower your gaze. Allow your shoulders to drop. Just breathe a relaxing moment into your chair. Allow yourself to be really, joyfully, thoroughly comfortable. And embrace and breathe into the center of your being that truth that God is all there is. That all the good, all the love, all the peace, all the healing, all the feeling of good, of wonder, of celebration is all the truth of who we are, each and every one of us. Because in that allness of God, there is that oneness of the divine. That oneness that is celebrated and that resonates in this community where we support and uplift each other, where we bring into each other's experience more of the joy and more of the celebration. And so feeling and resting and relaxing in that allness and oneness of God, I speak my word right here and right now for each and every one of us, knowing that the all good is experienced and felt in its greatest way, that it is allowed into our experience individually and collectively right in this moment. All resistance washes away. And in that allowing and in that embracing of this truth of oneness and all good, I know that any healing that is requested is taking place and moving into realization right here and right now. I know that the allowing of Dr. Michael to open up and be that conduit of spirit to bring a message of health and healing and wholeness and joy and celebration is heard in the most beautiful way and in the most necessary way by each individual here today. and that we are all blessed for the ministers and the practitioners that are